Hey you guys, what's up? This is the Anime Blaze coming to you with another episode of Blaze Talks. In this particular episode of Blaze Talks, I'm going to be talking about something that hasn't really been talked about in the anime community for a while, but when it was a main subject of, I guess, controversy or conversation, it got a lot of attention. And a lot of people actually said uh, certain things about it. Some of them I agreed with, some of them I didn't agree with, and yeah, I'm going to talk about it. Uh, the topic is, what does it mean to be a true anime fan, and being an anime fan in a way. Um, yeah, so let's get on with the first main topic. So the first thing I want to bring up is hiding anime and versus keeping it out. You know, I'm not sure if I actually said this in one of my previous videos. I think I did, where I said, if somebody comes over, like, a family member, a friend, or whoever, you're put into a situation, well, sort of. You kind of, if it depends on who you are, but there's a situation. You have, if you're like anybody who's sort of, I guess, skeptical about this, you have a choice. You're like, oh no, the company's about to come over, they don't know I like anime, but they hate it, or at least they don't know too much about it. And you're just trying to figure it out, like, what should I do? What should I do? And a lot of people, they'll say, oh no, when people come over, I'm hiding this stuff, shove it under the bed, uh, throw it somewhere, nobody can find it. Um, and, and then there's the people who are like, then there's the other people who say, who will keep it out. But if you're the kind of person that, in that situation, first one I described, you know, um, a lot of people say they're not true anime fans because of the fact that they hide the stuff that they like. And, specifically on YouTube, there was a time, I believe, where there were people who said things like, they liked anime, but they kind of, kept it. If they had anime, they hid it away from people, so nobody knew they liked anime. Or if they don't own anime but they watch it, they just made sure nobody knew that they like they kept it on the download, the DL, to make sure nobody found out about it. And if they did come on YouTube to sort of talk about anime with other people, or just have a discussion with it, there was different people who told them, no, you're not a true anime fan because you hide it. I display my stuff on my shelf proudly, and so should you. Get out of here. You don't belong here. And to me, it was kind of like, really? I mean, there are different kinds of people out there, different personalities, and there's a whole bunch of different ways to approach different situations, or just based on the person, based on who they are. There are some people who take pride in whatever they do, and they don't care what people think. They if they buy anime, they buy it, stick it on a shelf. There you go. If people want to see it there, then they can. If they don't like it too much, well, they can just ignore it or get out. That sort of thing. But then there's the people who don't want people to know that they like anime. They hide it and everything. That's just a personal preference in a way. One, like I said, it's a personal preference. Um, and another thing is, I mean, I could honestly say, probably this, you could probably put it into, I guess, true context or something. Like, probably you too, is that if you have friends, they probably have interests that you don't know about, and you have interests that they probably don't know about. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that you don't tell everybody everything you do. I mean, it's not like a public forum. Everything you do is up for discussion. No, life isn't like that. And you don't have to make it like that, but you can if you want to. It's just personal opinion and personal preference. It's up to that person what they want to do. It's their life. they want to get on YouTube and and they don't like to publicly say to their friends and everything, hey, I like anime, then that's what they do. And it's not really other people's place to sort of say, no, you can't be here. This is where I belong. This is where the true anime fans belong. It's not your place to actually say that. The internet is free for the most part. You can say and do whatever you want, regardless of what other people say. If you enjoy doing something and you want to talk about it on YouTube, that's what YouTube's for. And it's ridiculous to me. Um, let's just move on to the second topic. Now, the second topic of up for discussion is liking one anime exclusively. Now, that means, I mean, a lot of people say this too. Almost 100% specifically for the big three, but it can also apply to other shows too. Pretty much, it's like if you're watching nothing but Naruto or One Piece or Bleach or whatever, and some people will say, no, you're not a true anime fan because you only watch that show. I mean, yeah, you're a fan of that show. Like, if you're a Naruto fan, you only watch Naruto, then you're a Naruto fan, but you're not an anime fan. Well, let me try to break down what I think, at least. I mean, there's all sorts of technicalities, but I'm just going to try to give it to you as straight as possible. Okay, so, you have Naruto is in fact an anime, right? So technically, they are still being true to being an anime fan. And this is going to be my whole definition too. Whenever I do my definition part, and I mean, it's that part. I'm still even debating it. Does liking one anime actually make you an anime fan? Well, it's your decision. If you decide to watch one show, you say, "Yeah, I'm an anime fan." Well, you can. I will say this. I don't know if you could truly say you're 100% an anime fan. You're just enjoying one anime. I mean, it's like, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like saying something like, "Oh yeah, I like skateboarding, but you only skateboarded once." That sort of thing. You only hopped on a skateboard and rode down the sidewalk or something. It's like that sort of thing in a way. But that whole thing really is, I guess you could say, sort of debatable. Um, like I said, the whole reference with the skateboard, you only took one trip, one trip on that one anime show. It's, I don't even know where to go with it, but you get what I'm saying. You can't exactly say you're an anime fan because I mean, if you only watch one show, yeah, you're a fan of it. Or like, you're a fan of it and that's it. You're a fan of that anime. But if you want to, I would say if you want to be a true anime fan, try to watch other shows if you want to. I mean, see, again, personal preference. Now, we came down to we're close to the finish here. We're down to my definition of what it means to be a true anime fan. As contradictory as it might sound, regardless if you hide anime or not, if you hide anime, keep it out, and whether the fact if you only watch one anime exclusively. One thing I will definitely say here, being a true anime fan doesn't actually mean you're physically an anime fan. You know what I mean? I mean, let me put this for example. I mean, you don't have to own anime in order to say you're an anime fan, right? Yeah, you can watch anime and all this other stuff, but you don't actually have to own it in order to say you're a fan of anime. You just have to watch it. And same thing with being a fan of one series exclusively. When I say it's not really a physical kind of thing. Being an anime fan is sort of something that you feel on the inside. It depends really on what type of show you watch. If it's your favorite show or something like that, it's sort of like just like a feeling that you feel on the inside that you don't really get anywhere else. That means you're in the right place. Like for me, for example, one of my favorite shows that I mean I love to watch. It gets me pumped every time I watch it. I mean it's amazing to me. One of the theme songs just like it just hits home with me and really makes me feel for the show and like really makes me see it. The Squash, for example. Um, that at that moment, I like when I'm listening to that song and watching a theme song for it, or just just going along with what the show says and everything. I can honestly say that I feel like being a true anime fan. I feel like I'm there. I'm in that moment. And that's the only real true feeling that you can actually get from being an anime fan. You feel like you're in the moment, you're enjoying the show, and you're just really, really into it. That's like the only real definition of being an anime fan. You feel it on the inside, and you're just enjoying the heck out of a show. That's all it is to it, people. That's all there is to it. There is no physical means to being an anime fan, whether you hide it or not, whether you watch one show exclusively, it doesn't matter. Whatever you do, if you feel a certain connection to a show, and it'll show, trust me, you'll feel it. If you feel a certain connection to a show, it'll show, and at that moment you'll realize that you're a true anime fan, regardless. So with that being said, this is the Anime Blaze signing off saying never doubt your capabilities because you never know what you might be able to do. Do what you feel like doing, people. If you feel like hiding anime, you don't want to put your business out there with everybody, with your friends and people who might diss you because you like anime, don't. It's a personal preference. If you like watching one anime exclusively, do it. Go for it. And if you feel like watching another show later on, do it. Go for it. I mean, there's plenty of shows out there, trust me. Who knows how many? But yeah, I'm the Anime Blaze signing out, saying I'll catch you guys later, and have a nice day.